Hola, mono! Stream is still starting up, so we're taking it slow. I should probably close the window even. I finally bought a stream palette for Hi Bio and Storm. So we have some good background music for the entirety of this, whatever this is going to be. Well, I suppose what this is going to be is a stream. This is going to be interesting because it's going to be mostly me conversing with you guys and trying to sort through my thoughts. I know the music is loud still. It's because the stream is starting up. I'll put it quieter once the stream is full going. I'm grabbing myself a Coke. Of Coke, and none know the fear and terror of an any scorned by Coke. So we've got 5 people so far. Today will be a very chat participation heavy day, so it would be really nice to know that you let your presence be known. You are very important. Your call is very important to me. And generally. Hi, Maddie. Actually, I need to scan something. Yeah, I'm gonna scan something before we begin, because this is going to be necessary. Paying as much attention as you can! Yay! So, I'm scanning this, and as soon as I've scanned that, we'll start the stream proper with quieter music. sure you guys can help. You shouldn't worry about that, like at all. I have full faith in you. Time to scream, not scream, to I'm bad at this. Time to scan a document. Yeah, screaming is not allowed, I agree. I literally have a folder called Puyo because nobody has stopped me yet. And nobody will ever stop me! Okay, I've got the thing now, so time to turn the music a little down. Hello and welcome everyone to whatever the hell this is. I am your host, Nannyline. Welcome to hell. Well, or whatever. How are you all doing? I'm keeping the background stream thing on for a bit. Oh, you have one of those, it's full of reference material. Mine is full of stuff for the paper I am trying to write. But my brain is like, blah, and that's why you guys are here. We are going to work together, we're going to make this happen. That worldwide there has not been a single scientific paper on Puyo so far that is not about the gameplay exclusively, but also takes into account the didactic statements made by the narrative, both within the text and by how the gameplay is structured in this world yet. You're playing Puyo 7, that is great. You are anxious, you don't know why. That's fine. That's fine, we're all here together. Don't worry about it. Oh, I need to give this thing a name. Help. I can't read. Yeah, brilliant, perfect. That's the exact name that it needs to have. I'm saving it as a PNG, and it has been saved. So, goodbye. So, it's time to grab this picture that I just scanned. So, as you guys may remember, last time we all met for something like this here, whatever we do call this now. We were sorting through the games to decide which of the games might be most relevant to replay, take notes on, everything to examine the theme of my intended paper. For those who don't remember, what is my intended paper? Well, you see, I want to examine how the idea of authority is treated. Round table, kind of. How the idea of authority is treated in the broader Puyo franchise, including Mado Monogatari. And I'll say there's a lot to look at there, simply because, well, well, this entire series has even just from a surface level, a very interesting relationship with what it means to have authority structures. And the construction of authority, well, what I learned in the past weeks is that the construction of authority is kind of a vague thing, because how do you define authority? And what I've fallen down onto is it's all about power dynamics. So that's what we're going to be working with. So now you see, and I need to pull this up, so we're going to make this happen. It's not the reactives. What I need right now is I need a window capture. I'm calling this temp. Oh, it doesn't like to do that. Why doesn't it like to do that? Does it really not want to capture this window? Why are you like this? No, it does not like this window. Okay, then I have to do this differently. You're not going to be a window capture temp. You are going to be... I'm going to delete you. So let me try this again. Or maybe I need to open this in a different program. Maybe it's just that the program I was opening it. Actually, yeah, let's open this in Paint Toolside. There should be no issue if I open it in Paint Toolside. It's an unusual way of doing this, but why not? Okay, then we I'm gonna swap these two windows. There we go. And I put this in here. And now I'm grabbing my tablet. Princess Madden Authority invites a huge joke. That is relevant. So here we go. So in the weeks since we last had a stream about this, I had a meeting with my professor, whose name is Ina Hein. Ina Hein is like a well-respected Japanologist and media studies professor who currently holds a position at the University of Vienna. She has a Wikipedia page, so you can look at her Wikipedia page if you want. You won't find that much about it anyway, about her though, because Wikipedia doesn't care about real science. Anyway, I had a session with her, and we sat down, and we basically she jotted down some notes for me, because I am terrible at jotting down notes. And what I am also terrible at is reading other people's handwriting. That doesn't mean I won't make an attempt now. So basically what we did was we went over how I should approach examining this theme. The first thing I learned is that what we did last time was completely useless. No, I'm joking. It was not completely useless, but I don't need to be that strict about it. What we did last time was very important, but I also need to keep in mind that I am allowed to pull from all over the franchise if it is relevant. So there's nothing I really have to exclude completely, which is good to know. It's okay. It's okay. You don't need to be able to read this. I will do my best. Most of it is in German anyway. But I'm doing this here on stream now because I think if I have a dialogue about everything, I can sort through it easier. And we can start making better connections to what is going on in the games. So, the first thing we did is thinking about, like, what is authority? And we came, so yeah, this thing, I'm writing over it in pink so I can read it better. Oh. Actually, I should make a new layer for this. This is my translation layer. In so many ways, and I need to make let's do it like this. Yeah, this is too thin. better. So this is our authority. You're at your laptop at the moment, that's fine. And we came to the conclusion that authority should be defined, at least for the purposes of my paper. I will define it more clearly as relationships of power. Power struggles, power... what's a better word? I had a better word for it earlier. Not power balances. What was the word I used earlier? God, I forget my own words. Power dynamics. Yes, exactly. Thank you, Maddie. So what we have to keep in mind now is that we can't just look at individual people, or individual characters, better said, as we examine how authority is constructed. Because the fact that we define it through power dynamics means we have to look at how different characters interact with each other within these dynamics. I'm going to make this a little... yeah, so you can see the pink better. So we have authority, wrong layer, authority defined through power dynamics. And the first thing we did then is look at the fact that what different ways of different kinds of power dynamics we have. And one we had immediately was adults versus children. Another one we have is master or teacher versus student. Hide the layer, hide the layer, wrong layer. Yes. Another one we had was spiritual powers relationships. By which I mean which also includes magic. So, and here we have like, yeah, the magic is here. Reminder that I will have to write the initial version of the paper in German. I'm very sorry. But I will have to translate it into English anyway. Magic, which includes gods, spirits, demons, fairies, monsters. We have a lot of stuff in here that you can already see that's already relevant, and that all connects to religion in a way. So everything that I studied about religion in video games is not going to go to waste because it comes back here. You're on the laptop now, great. So what we have here is a lot of different ways of dynamics that we already have that are already like relevant. We have age dynamics. Dynamics but via teacher relationships. Hi Jenny, we're talking about we're doing what I've already gone over with my professor. Okay, let me do this real quick again. So, for the purposes of my paper, it would be best to define authority through power dynamics. And there's different kinds of power dynamics, which mean that I have to look over how different characters relate to each other in terms of power dynamics. And there's different ways in which they can do that. We have adults and children in a power dynamic. We have masters and students, masters or teachers or students are in a power dynamic. We have the spiritual power, which includes magic. So the power that those who are magically powerful, such as demons, gods, spirits, fairies, monsters, wizards, have over those that aren't. Which is, in a way, plays into religious themes. We also have, nobility. Nobility is another sort of power dynamic. Nobility versus commoners. Mammoth gun-havers having authority over non-gun-havers. Fair. Madeline Accord smiles mysteriously. Also fair. This is getting a lot of your attention. That is great. So, yeah, which also includes stuff like societal caste or class. And you can already see that a lot of this is actually relevant for our characters, as weird as it seems. Societal class. So we are going into actual Marxist theory here, because there's now a class struggle involved in the whole thing. Which, of course, also plays into capital. And especially economic capital in this for this point. And of course, the obvious problem with gender. Here it is. On this month of Pride, we have a mention of the gender relationships play into it as well. You want to write them down yourself once I'm done? Sure, we'll go over them again once we have all of them. And then finally we have human versus animal. Which at first I thought didn't play into it. And then I remembered that Onion Pixie's entire story and 20th anniversary exists. This also kind of plays as a race dynamic, if you think about it. And the race dynamic then plays into it with other ways, like humans versus other. So let's call it humans versus other. It's a race dynamic if you think about it. Yeah, it is a loaded question. And so much of this will be kind of especially relevant when I look at the drama CDs. Like, god damn it. Yeah, but I can't. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot that another thing that plays in there is like physical power, like literal physical power, which we have as a relevant category because Rafina and Voodoo exist. Which physical power is in an interesting relationship with magical power. So physical power versus magical power, is there an authority structure between those two? So, let's see, do we have everything in terms of our types of power dynamics now? Let's go over it again. So, we have, here's the different types of power dynamics we have listed. We have age, which includes adults versus children. We have, I guess, knowledge. Which is represented by master teacher versus student. We have spiritual power, which includes the dynamics between different kinds of gods, spirits, demons, fae, monsters. All of this. Which is also in a struggle with physical power. Which is literally just, I am good at punching stuff. Or crushing your head if I don't like you. Which connects to religious dynamics as well, because why is magic seems to be held in a higher regard than physical power if you look at it closely. So that there's a religious aspect to it. Especially because if you look at it, the only reason why whenever gods show up in the series, the only reason they're revered is because they have powerful magical abilities. So there's a very clearly defined reason for religious power in this universe. Then we have societal class. Societal class represented by nobility versus commoners. By doesn't societal classes exist everywhere? I'm not a Marxism expert, but I assume Marx didn't create this. Marx didn't create the term, but it's very relevant when you talk about class dynamics to bring up Marx in every way. Prince Melon, it's also the only context in which Satan ever gets respected. Magical power, yeah, that's exactly true. So we have capitals, economic power, money, monies. We have gender, the genders. We cannot escape the genders. I could probably have written this entire paper just about the genders, but nah, I can never do it easy. I always have to do it hard. I like playing the game on hard mode. Oh god, the music is so good. I'm so glad I bought this CD. Anyway, let's continue. Ah, why do I have a notification here? Ah. Boyfriend can't make it to the stream. That's a shame. Well, whatever, let's continue. Mamono, Satan also touts himself as a noble, but as an ancient god, it's pretty much a life aesthetic choice kind of, if you think about it. Maddie, does money really come up that often in the games? That's the thing, does it? If it doesn't come up, look, if it doesn't come up, that is a statement in itself. And I will just say this. The literal first thing that happens when you first start up Puyo Puyo Fever 2 is that Miss Accord hands you a credit card and tells you not to tell anyone because it's the only one that exists in Primptown. Which means you have been given the access to capital as a privilege because you're the player. That might not seem like something meaningful, but it is. Yes, Mamono, that in fact does happen. That is how the game justifies why you can go into the shop and buy stuff. Because the credit card Miss Accord gave to you holds points that you earned by playing Puyo. And those points are the currency in Primptown. Base the card, question mark. Mamono, Rafina likes money. Her quest and chronicle is about money. Relevant! Very relevant. Super relevant, even. Finally, we also have, race dynamics. Human versus other. I was wondering if that was relevant. And then I remembered Liddell's entire arc. And I remembered that Draco has a drama track where she talks about how she doesn't want people to be racist about her horns. Then we had, and her wings, of course. Then we had, I don't know, the entire thing with Onion Pixie not being respected because he's cute and an Onion Pixie. There's stuff there. Jenny, where's she hiding that credit card away? Why is she, and why? Good questions. Mamono, is that still the reason for the point system? We never got another reason, so I assume we just have that credit card forever. Hi, Novastar. Yeah, every game after just kind of push the question of where the points come from to the side. But now I know the truth! They come from the bank of Mr. Cord! Mr. Cord Banker! I need to open my Coke so I can drink it. I dropped the bottle opener. So these are like our categories. She does have Tax Cat with her most of the time. True! Tax Cat is part of her entourage. It is her entourage. Yeah, Tax Cat is also another. The whole story about. Yeah, that the whole story about Primptown's economics in Fever 2 is a thing. Hi, Cove! You demonics in the chat, hi there! We were just talking about the fact that we're barely in and like... Okay, I'm telling you again, this is... I'm writing on top of it to translate and also make it readable, but like this is actually notes that my professor jotted down for me the last time we talked about my progress with my paper. So, again, once more, we're defining power authority for the purposes of my paper as power dynamics. And there's different dimensions of power dynamics. Different classes of power dynamics even. Let's go quickly once more. One last time over the different classes we have discerned. Age. Knowledge. Spiritual power, which includes magic, versus physical power. Societal class. Capital, economic capital specifically, gender, and race dynamics. And yes, all of those are relevant to Puyo Puyo. They are! We have just discerned that fact. Mamono, it's still a race allegory no matter if you use the word species. Yes! Yes it is! I mean, okay, the entire, like, Fever 2 alone. The ceiling of the demon. We had no idea if it did anything bad, but it was a monster, so... Drops the weapon. There's stuff happening here. We have stuff happening. Okay, continuing on, because there's so many more notes. So, Cove in the chat, I'd say that Lemvis is an example of the societal class dynamic, and I walked in during the race allegory bit. I'd say the story of the seal. Yeah, it absolutely has. It does, totally. And yes, Lemvis has a lot to do with like societal class. He is like these three here are relevant to him, and a bit of this one because he's older than the other kids, but like these three are mostly relevant to him. This is weird because I started a Dutch anime and the judge is it Alfred Yudoka's Crack? Is the anime you're talking about Alfred Yudoka's Crack? I grew up with that show. So, yes! I knew it! I grew up with that show. That show went so hard! That show went so hard! Oh my god! Fun fact, Alfred has the same voice actress in Dutch as in German. She voiced him in both languages. You should make a video on it. That show goes so hard. And taught me a lot about fascism. Yes, it's a children's show about capitalism and fascism. It is amazing. The intro singer too. Oh, awesome. It's a Dutch, it was a Dutch-German Japanese co-production. Yeah, they have a Hitler Crow. The Hitler Crow is just a character in the show. But yeah, I should, it is awesome. I love this show. I need to rewatch it too. It goes extremely hard. Anyway, we need to continue because we got a little off track. The show literally starts with capitalism killing the main character's family. No, I'm not even kidding. That's how the show starts. His family gets his entire family gets run over by some drunk business moguls who also displaced them from their home to build an amusement park there. I'm not kidding. That's literally what happens in the show. It's not even exaggeration. They don't fuck around at all. So, let us continue. Okay, first of all, let's go over here. There's a note here that was like... To be honest, about how the credit card is a player-only privilege in FIFA 2 and then Popeye being the tax cat. It makes sense that he runs the shops in 20th. Yes, it does! Like, I was also thinking about that Popeye runs the shops in 20th, like, after I got, like, I made the connection between Tatunda Castle and him and that book in FIFA 2, it suddenly made so much sense. Oh, then I was like, oh, and then the drama CDs. He's the one who makes 6 cell matches for detention. Popeye is money hungry. Byron's dumb. Not that I think about, considering the amount of races with anthropological traits, it's easy to assume that all of them are capable of feeling and thinking, thus making them complex. Yeah, absolutely. Mamono, by episode 3, Alfred's framed for a crime and the death sentence is a thing. Yeah, he's a 1-year-old. Yeah. That show is great. God, I need to watch that show again sometime. Anyway! So, oh yeah, okay, so what we have here, this note, which we need to consider, this is also something, oh yeah, oh no! I meant, you see what is written here? You see what is written here? This is relevant. Okay, but I will talk about this. So, something that we can't ignore is that even if there's also, like, other media, like the novels and the drama CDs that play into it, at the core, this is a video game series. And video games have an interactive element at very least. So we have, there's also a power dynamic that we shouldn't ignore between the player and the game. There is a power dynamic between the player and the game. Even in games where the story modes are as linear as Puyo. Because, think about it. If you decide, okay, I am just not going to let my character win now. I want to see all the lost quotes in Puyo 15th anniversary, so I'll keep losing over and over and over. That is a loss you are inflicting upon the character, and is a loss that is, in a way, happening. You are in a power dynamic with the game, even in a linear game. Hi, Amethyst! Mamono, play in the chat, player. You're gonna 5-chain and you're gonna like it, Amity. Yes, pretty much. Amethyst, what did I miss? Class struggles and racism. Okay. It continues. But there's also a power dynamic between the players. Skill. Low skill. So we also have a power dynamic between the individual players. And I mean, if you've ever played Puyo, you have felt that. You have felt the power dynamic between individual players. When you meet a Puyo player who is above your level, you will be dominated. You have no chance, and you feel that. And you immediately, you know your place in that moment. Get good is a philosophy, yeah, pretty much. Cove, I think it would be interesting to consider the way self-inserts are treated in some games, like how the player is implied to have been a character in All Boke and the player character in F2. Yes, pretty much. Yeah, exactly. The player in Puyo Quest, yeah, some of the quest cards talk to you as if you are a character. It's interesting. Oh yeah, in Tetris 2, Adaptive's difficulty. You have been slaughtered by Navi before, yeah, me too. Amen. Yeah, and this is where this note that I made, this is my handwriting, comes in. This is where I realized, wait a moment. There's something important that Puyo Puyo and Monomotogari's gameplay have in common. And that's something I have never seen anybody discuss, even though when you think about it, it's so obvious. It's the fact that in both of these games, the primary way the tension of a fight is maintained is that it is extremely risk-reward based. It is always about how long do I keep building up before I unleash my attack. Is it worth it now? Or is it too early? Is it too late? The way Diacute works as a spell in most of the Mado games, where you have to find the exact right moment to fire it, or you waste your magic, or do it too late and get killed before you shoot it off, is extremely similar. It feels extremely similar, even when you do play it, to how Puyo chains work in Puyo Puyo. You're not making it up, I believe you. So, this tension that is created by the ability to decide, is the risk-reward there now? Is there throughout the entire franchise. And the interesting thing is, this is an equalizing factor. This is an equalizing factor. Because the way chains and Diacute increase the power mean that raw magic or raw physical power means less, or the raw number of Puyo that you've popped means less. Because if you are clever and find the exact right timing, you can still overwhelm someone who seems stronger than you. Mamono, in both games you also die to the same enemies, no? God damn it. You've written a fic about this, that is so cool. Get 4 chained, Satan. At the moment I realized this, I was like, holy crap, this is an equalizer. This equalizes a lot of the power dynamics. This is the reason why Al can defeat Satan both in the Mado games and in the Puyo Puyo games. It is really cool. So already, even through the gameplay like this, power dynamics, like power imbalances, are equalized. Which is very relevant to my paper. Chadu, hey Nanny, I always feel like I'm getting my ass beat whenever my opponent sets off a chain. Yeah, that's the Puyo life. Diacute and Ovanimo are very similar lore-wise too, because both use some kind of combustible magic Puyos to increase power. Fair, yeah. And I'm sure, like, to a degree, that is a coincidence, but... Puyo is the great equalizer confirmed. I wish it is so cool. But it also means that a new power, that the skill power dynamic becomes more important because of this. So it is an equalizer, but it's an equalizer that means that effort suddenly means a lot more. Oh yeah, this is the second layer. This whole thing, by the way, is our second layer of analysis. Game is our second layer, because the first layer is the textual layer. Maddie in the chat, it basically used Ringo versus Ekolo in 7 as an example of how Puyo puts everyone on the same skill level. Yeah, that's the thing. I think a lot of these matchups in these games wouldn't even be possible if the magic system, and there's a magic system, didn't work in this way, where skill trumps power every time. What's your paper about again, Nanny? Okay, once more. I want to write about how the greater Puyo franchise, Madomonogatari included, constructs and deconstructs authority. The true power dynamics. That is what I'm writing about. How authority is constructed and deconstructed for the audience and players. What kind of science is happening now? It's social studies in a way, and literature analysis. Well, game analysis actually. So, yeah. By the way, this is the first layer. First layer, that which we talked about earlier, is relationships between characters. Because authority only exists in relationship. And this chart is all what? This chart is notes that my professor jotted down for me while we were discussing my progress on the paper a while ago. So I am going over it all and translating it to English to make it fresh. Chadu, truth be told, I have no idea what's going on right now. It's Japanology. Hi, Oceano! Mamono, I do think everyone versus Ekolo in Puyo 7 isn't very equal though. That's like 10 plus characters on a drop difficulty Ekolo, which is a neat storytelling mechanic. I mean, yeah, it is, because Ekolo is kind of being overrun in that battle. Okay, so now we have like our two layers. The first layer is power dynamics in the relationships between the characters, which we have here. And over here we have the second layer, which is power dynamics in terms of gameplay, which is the power dynamic between the player and the game. In which also the AI difficulties and the AI settings are very relevant, like core AI, and which characters have core AI enabled by default and such, are important. The way the gameplay acts as an equalizer, where really skill becomes a great power balance, a great power dynamic. And of course, also like the power dynamics between individual players, as well as the power dynamics between the player and the games. Madeline, sometimes video games just let you comedically overpower the last boss. It is known. It really is. So, Maddie, also this proves that I will never have a... Oh, come on! No! You're a princess goddess, you're fine. So, then we were talking about... So, good. We have our two layers. Now I need frameworks to analyze those two layers through, which means I need secondary literature to use as a model and a reference to look at these games and these novels and drama CDs and everything through. Something we have here is the fact, something obvious we need to look at is the fact that what is especially relevant to me, because I am writing this as a Japanese studies paper, is that there is a state of the art regarding how power dynamics and authority are seen and treated in Japan as a society, especially in comparison with other cultures. The cultural bias that is there, the cultural baseline that, of course, isn't a monolith. It is fluent. It is not something that can be defined as only one thing and every person is like that. That is not how culture works. But there is a baseline there that can be used as a reference point. And this baseline is, in a way, strongly influenced by the hierarchies built by Confucianism. So, but this should be, like, she put, like, a very lightly drawn star here, because I should be careful with this, because Confucianism is not the be-all and end-all. Confucianism is not the root of the entirety of Japanese society. Absolutely not. There's so many other factors to look at. But there is literature on how power structures are constructed in Confucianism, how they are seen as equal, and how pretty much the only equal kind of relationship that is seen in Confucianism is a male-on-male friendship. And when my professor mentioned this, I realized this might just be a coincidence, but there are so few male-on-male friendships in the Puyo games. Like, can you think of any male-on-male friendships? And I mean, like, really unambiguous friendships? Can you think of any that don't have, like, a sense of hierarchy in them? For example, T and X don't count, because T is a mentor and a father figure. I mean, X is a mentor and a father figure to T. So that doesn't count. No! T and I also doesn't count, because T is the captain. He has, authority over I. Sig and Klug? Yeah, maybe. But also, usually the dynamic is Sig falling asleep and Klug saying, don't fall asleep, so... I mean, I do see them as friends, but... Yeah, Sig and Klug pretty much the only ones. Plamara Prison Lambert... Yeah, the thing is, a court is not a guy. Yeah. So, we're coming back to this point that, like, if you assume that Japanese society has very much been imprinted on Confucianism, and that the rules of Confucianism apply and are reflected in their media, and that everything that the Japanese people write must be informed by how relationships and especially power dynamics are constructed in Confucianism, then Puyo Puyo is a huge outlier, because we have almost no male-on-male friendships. We have an equalizer present in the magic system that makes inherent spiritual and physical power less relevant, especially inherent spiritual power. We have almost no parents are present, and that is especially interesting, because in Confucianism, parent-child relationships are seen as especially hierarchical and important. But we have barely any parents present. present and the ones that are present are not good relationships. Lambeth hates his parents and wants nothing to do with them. Ringo's parents have no idea of what she's doing most of the time. They're not a part of her interactions with the game. Satan and Ecolo mind count, but they're weird. And X is not a part of S's life anymore, and by the time he becomes one again, they have a strained relationship. And Al's mother? When have you last seen Al's mother? Parents are basically not present. And Mal does not acknowledge Squares as his son. Yeah. But that is also meaningful because the fact that Mal does not put Squares into the position of a son is also a deconstruction of these relationships. This is Leslie. Amity doesn't know what a wedding is. That is another thing, but yeah. What? There's so much going on here. So I'm putting Confucianism here. Yeah, it's written with a K in German. But so that is why Confucianism alone, of course, can't be our entire framework. Yeah, the closest we got is Satan and Ecolo, and even that doesn't count. Yeah, nothing is unambiguous there. It's not ambiguous there, yeah. So here we have some possible frameworks to work with. Oh, Cove, I don't think Mal has to acknowledge him as a son, though. I guess it's a deconstruction, but it just struck me as something that happens in mythology, being used for squares and Mals. Yes, that is true. That is absolutely true, and there is a power dynamic between squares and Mal, and it is an interesting power dynamic too, because there's a lot of ambiguity in the power dynamic. But okay, technically, Squares is the mother, and Squares. Mal is the mother and Squares is the child. But Mal and Squares don't call each other that, which breaks down the power dynamic to a degree. Technically, Squares is male and Mal is female, which traditionally would put Mal underneath Squares in the power dynamic. But Mal is clearly portrayed as in the natural order of things above Squares in a power dynamic, which is again a deconstruction of a typical dynamic. Then again, we know that Mal is more powerful than Squares, but throughout the entire game, even though Mal is more powerful than Squares, Squares takes power over Mal by taking her off guard, which is again a deconstruction of a power dynamic. So there's a struggle here. It's not clearly defined. Mother Goddess imagery is definitely there. Mom on a hot potato power dynamic between those two, brainwashing his mom. Yes, pretty much. Satan does kind of want to be a parent figure to Squares. That was a really cute scene. Oh god, that was such a cute scene. But yeah, that is also relevant. But it's... Oh yeah, I did not... Yeah. But there are no clear parent-child dynamics as one would expect here. Okay, so we have a few frameworks here through which we can examine all of this. The epilogue is really great. Oh gosh. So, I hope I'm reading him correctly. Pierre Bourdieu. I don't know, I need to look up. I can't read my professor's handwriting. I regret everything. So because I regret everything, I'm just gonna grab this now. I'm if you guys take notes. This is a collaborative process. Jenny, I wouldn't trust Satan to be my parent fair. Satan is a great uncle. He is. So I cannot read my my professor's writing, so I have to guess a little bit. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Pierre Bourdieu apparently wrote a lot about power dynamics, and he's recent enough to be used as Bourdieu. It's Bourdieu. Okay, I got him here. The name. I'm putting the name. I'm writing the name over there. You're opening paint. That is amazing. As soon as we're done with these notes, we're going over the stuff that I've gathered myself so far. So, Pierre Bourdieu. So, apparently... Okay, let's see what Wikipedia says about the guy. So, Pierre Bourdieu was a French sociologist and public intellectual. Bourdieu's contributions to the sociology of education, theory of sociology, sociology of aesthetics have achieved blah, 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 blah. Let's see if he has anything more interesting for us. Social dynamics! He said, in conscious opposition to the idealist tradition of much of Western philosophy, his work often emphasized the corporeal nature of social life and stressed the role of practice and embodiment in social dynamics. Cove, I guess adding to the mile and squares discussion, I'd also say she's a subversion of the all-knowing God, because speaking practically, she's young and inexperienced with her positions. She is! And the game, even though it makes it very clear that she's supposed to be a divine figure, even with her imagery, she's like in gold and white and blue. Those are like all, is very divine, and the clouds, it's all very divine imagery. But they don't use the term kami or God. Even once, the term God is avoided. It is an intentional weakening of power constructions. Mamoru, she's way too young to have a child. Very irresponsible. Come on, she was lonely. She deserves to have a friend. Maybe not make one, but yeah. Mamoru, that guy is born to have the parody name Pierre Bourdieu. Oh, that's so mean. So, let's see what life and career thoughts, influences. Okay, from Marx. Okay, so we coming back to we arrive at Marxism here. From Marx, he gained his understanding of society as an ensemble of social relationships. What exists in the social world are relationships, not interactions between agents or intersubjective ties between individuals, but objective relations which exist independently of individual consciousness and will. Okay, let's see where this quote is from. And it's from an invitation to reflexive psychology. Let's see if I can open that one up and add it right to my sources. And I lost the quote. God damn it. Prince Madeline Marl needed to make a friend, not make a friend. Yeah, pretty much. I absolutely agree there. So, symbolic capital, so cultural capital, social capital. Okay, so let's see. I don't need his... Capital is definitely irrelevant. Social capital is... This is going... Okay, I'm saying it right away. This is going to be a very socialist paper. This is going to be a very socialist paper. Cobbleton, anything important I should know before commenting? Viva la revolution! You should know that we're talking about power dynamics and how they are constructed in the Puyo games. Okay, I lost the crowd. Where's the crowd? I hate it when that happens. Oh, this Wikipedia page is so long. Ah, there's the quote. Okay. Let me download his thing. Google Scholar is my friend. Dang it, that does not look like Puyology. It is! I am downloading Pierre Bourdieu. Legally. Don't illegally download your Pierre Bourdieu, everyone. I don't want the print book. Where's Google Scholar? Give me Google Scholar. Why is Google Scholar buried underneath all the useless programs? There, I got the PDF. I got the entire PDF on academia.edu. Nice! An invitation to reflexive sociology, beautifully scanned and ripe for the reading. It's 24 pages. Why is it only 24 pages? Is this the entire book? I guess it is. I guess the fewer pages it is, the fewer I need to read. Download! I love it when things actually come together. "24 pages is an extremely short research paper. It might just be the first chapter of the book, but in some ways that might be almost enough. And if it's not, I can't get the book from the library. It's good to have at least these pages. 24 pages is also a good coincidence! Oh my god, it is the funny Puyo number! It is the funny Puyo number, everyone! Funny Puyo number! So, good. What was she trying to write? What was she cooking here? Social up. Oh, yeah, okay, I saw this on Wikipedia just now. It is like the 3 types. These are like the 3 times of capital, according to him. Which I should probably also look at. Let me look that up on Wikipedia. But yeah, indeed, the funny. Mama, no, the fact that 24 is the amount of mandatory bosses in Chronicles still upsets me. Does the number 24 have power over us? What are we looking at right now? Pierre Bourdieu and his constructions of capital as defined as power defined as capital. Yes, this actually is relevant. You won't believe it, but it is. Okay, here we have... Oh, yes, this is exactly what it is. Okay. This is exactly what it is. Okay. So, according to Bourdieu... okay, what is... Theory of capital and class distinction. Bourdieu introduced the notion of capital defined as sum of particular assets put to productive use. For Bourdieu, such assets could take various forms, habitually referring to several principal forms of capital: economic, symbolic, cultural, and social. Like Ranket would go on to describe Bourdieu's thoughts further. Capital comes in 3 principal species: economic, cultural, social. A 4th species, symbolic capital, designates the effect of any form of capital when people do not perceive them as such. That pencil is in German. Yes, it is. The pencil notes are in German. Okay, so we have the 3 types of 3 to 4 types of capital. which are sorts of power. I wish my handwriting was better. These are the notes for my thesis paper, yes. Leslie, Amethyst Leslie in the chat. Nah, I got just my 24 are Among Us, and we cannot escape as fair. Oceano, 24 is also the Brazilian gay number. Happy Pride Month! Happy Pride Month! 23 is the special Puyo number. Anyway, so, the three types of capital, the 3 to 4 types, okay, we have, we have economic, which is going to be less relevant, but this ties into what we talked about earlier. Why did I put it in a pair? I don't need to. So, social. The third is cultural. God. And symbolic. It is irrelevant except where text cat is concerned. Text cat is going to be interesting. So we have 4 types of power that we can look at. Economic, social, cultural, and symbolic. But we also have... We don't see much of an economy in the Puyo except in Fever 2. Fever 2. In Fever 2 we see a lot of economy. I know it sounds weird, but we do. Fever 2 is the economics game. So, I know I'm getting way too excited about this, but this is me when I get to talk science, because I'm way better at doing science when I get to talk about it. So, okay. Good. So we have looked at our first layer, our second layer, and the framework through which we are going to look at the 2 layers. So we have 2 layers, and a framework to which we're going to look at the 2 layers. The currency is points, it indeed is. Fever 2 is the Lord Treasure Trove, it really is. So, now we need to look at my questions. My array of questions. You know how much faster I am when I'm working with you guys? Working at this on my own, everything looks like chicken scratch when I'm doing this on my own. Storm, I love how the capital of the series went from G to points. But it's not just economic capital. We also have social capital, which is like how people respect each other, either through raw power or because they like each other. Or cultural capital, because they mean something to the culture. I'm translating it, don't worry. Cobbleton, I mean, when I watched the first stream of this, I was ready to sprint around the room like a hyperactive kitten. I'm so glad you guys like it. So Star Trek Capital got it. Fair! The whole other dimension thing is also a thing, yeah. But I don't think if I can look at all the dimension stuff, honestly. Anyway, Okay, let's look at the different questions that we're gonna to look at. Okay, how is resistance against the system of power dynamics expressed within the balls of the games? Is one of the questions. It's one of the questions I need to look at. Because that plays into how power is constructed or not constructed. You could say it adds another dimension to the series. Drank also, why do I get the feeling that we're a bunch of rubber ducks right now? Aww. Mamono, somehow we're giving you more power to pay attention. You absolutely are. Amethyst Leslie, there's bound to be a currency change when traveling dimensions, fair. Okay, are there changes in the portrayal of power dynamics over the passage, like, as the series progresses through time, like, are there changes in how power is portrayed? I can't write well. Oh, this is a G, that's why. You write much worse, you say? Princess Madeline, you can resolve any conflict by winning a Puyo battle. That's my answer. I think I need to be more detailed than that, but thank you. I'm probably going to type this out later. I mean, I will need to type it out because I need to make a PowerPoint presentation for next week. Mwah. And Leslie, I guess Kluk is getting less and less supple about his crush on Lambert. If a crush is a power dynamic, does it mean I have to talk about Ellie because she has the most laugh potential? Exco, hiya, what are you doing? Capitalism! We're discussing how power expresses itself throughout the Puyo series, both in the universe and outside of the universe. Ellie is really a weird character to touch on. I was kind of joking with her, but I wonder if I have to take her into account in a way. Okay, what haben wir hier? Okay. Which of the above are touched on? I really can't write, god damn it. Drankin no longer are vault-destroying spells relevant. Drankin, if we include Mado, power becomes increasingly relative to the increasingly focus on resolving the conflicts with what's essentially a low entry-level sport. No longer are vault-destroying spells relevant. I mean, they are. We talked about this earlier, but like, just like Diacute, the Diacute spam was kind of regulating how far you could go before, and now it's chaining, you know? And Cecily, when she says, let's fall in love, does she actually mean a crush, right? She just wants to be friend, right? Actually, a better translation of the Aishiai Masho thing would be let us love each other. Ali, please. She just wants everyone to love everyone. And Mrs. Leslie Al has experience in adventuring. That's when she takes authority. That's kind of true. Capuchin, I don't think Ellie knows the difference between types of love. Oh, she absolutely does not. She absolutely does not. Capuchin, I never understood why Amity and Ringo were made younger than Al. To make them fresher, I guess? Ellie is respectable, that's fair. You tried. It's fine. Don't worry. What does not appear? Okay. What of the above does not appear? You know that I wasn't able to read any of this before I was like starting to do this with you guys. I need you guys to focus. Amity and Ringo really younger than Al? Yeah, Al is canonically high school age. Ringo is canonically middle school age, and Amity is described as being in her early teens, so also middle school age. Plus, Al always feels like kind of a big sister to the other two. Why did I put an exclamation point here? I don't need that exclamation point here. Gosh damn it. I'm too used to being... I'm too excited. Okay, how are these relationships portrayed? Wait, am I already through the entire... I can't already be through the entire CD. That's impossible. I call foul. You're lying. Oh, come on, that's not true. Oh, What? I can't be through the entire CD. It's two CDs! Okay. Let's start over with the CD then. Okay, that also means I have to update with this. Yeah, and now we have this ugly thing here. Let me fix this real quick. You remember when I stayed up every night. Oh, not you. There we go. This is better. I need to disappear this. How do I disappear this? Ah, there we go. Better. Nanny, it's been 85 minutes. I know! Let me see. Al is around the same age as Lamb was. Yeah, pretty much. Capuchin, is Ringo the only one of the three that is related to a god? That depends on what you consider canon and whatnot. You really should create a music playlist, you say? I should just put all of these in the same playlist. Ranked. Nanny is using Wikipedia for a paper! Oh, shoosh! That sounds about right to me. Yeah, it is about right. I shouldn't tease you with articles. Well, too late. So, The next question that I need to answer is, how are these relationships portrayed? That statement implies that but that's no. It's just that I meant it like we're not. The thing with Al is that Al being related to a deity is from Kenshi Oda stuff. Do you consider Kenshi Oda stuff canon? It depends on that. How are they portrayed? Inconsistent. Thanks, Dragon Kid. Couple Jenna, you should have compiled all of my Tetris Effect and Puyo themes at my oh, you're fine, don't worry. So, okay, next question. So, okay, I think this is about norms. Oh god, I can't read this. Kurzbrunnen. Entsprechen Sie der... is that portrayal? Does that portrayal correspond with current norms? She's an amazing professor, but I can't read people's handwritings. Do you think it does? Wait. Oh man. Anyway, I did kind of go out of my way in my fix sometimes that Al does have more experience than Amity. He's great. Like the bit where she and Lambus discussed theory. Yeah, I love that bit. Incorrect Zack. Puyo Law has sciencey things. Where has the time gone? It has gone to me, where I look at all the science. You're gonna look at your own 20th science. Maybe that can help in a vague way. That is interesting. Cobblegen. You're questioning the entire field of media studies with that statement. I think the fact that media studies still exist mean that there is something of value there. Why did I put a point over current? There's no I in that. Okay. Are those relationships unambiguous? We already talked about this. There's a lot of them that are ambiguous. God, did you see what I just did? I did this here. It's a P and an I combined. What was I doing? Pie. Pie. I did it, guys. I found pi. Princess Madeline language is evolving. Zach, media is detached from the material world. That's detached from the material world already exists. They're called dreams. Ranked. I'd argue that even something as essential as the relationship between Al and Carbuncle is pretty ambiguous. Yeah, that's fair. There's an eye here. So, we have something else here. Related. Are they functioning? Are they functioning? Power. Are they functioning power dynamics? Ambivalence. Oceana, does Kabi see Al as another carbuncle with cats? Like cats do with humans? What the hell? That Jenny Goo, translation Curry, right? Al and Carbuncle bros, you guys are amazing. And this is actually, are they functioning? The friendships are fine, but not the adults, not the not. That's the thing, like, but it kind of feels like the only functioning relationships in this series are the friendships. Which is interesting in itself. Incorrect tech. Carbuncle turning bad when Al underwent the dark Al possession by Ecolo shows how exactly how loyal he is to Al and Al alone. That is interesting, yeah. Drankid, Carbuncle is, after all, is in a way capable of destroying the world and runs on his own. Prince Madeline, the closest thing the series has to a functioning adult is a court, and that's sad. What? You don't count X? Has X been disowned from adulthood? I think X rocks. That's a whole ass man, and he functions somewhat. I think. Calvogen, Patches, Rokia too. Rokia is, yeah, Rokia too. Rokia is the one adult in the room. Mamono, I always describe the Hat in Time as the modern day Alice in Wonderland, but Puyo isn't far off. Fair. Second the chat, Carbuncle was the original Kirby. I'm putting this over here. Cobbleton X is by far my favorite character, but I can't even call him functional. That's a whole ass man and he functions. Nanny 2023. Drank even weirder supplementary media like merchant and ads almost makes it look like Carbuncle is a sort of guardian to Al, seeing how he apparently taught Al how to use a— What? When did that happen? Jenny, Atari and Siona. Jenny! Seo can't even remember to eat without someone around to feed her. Seo is a complete mess. I love her, but she is such a mess. And Atari is millennial vibes. All of the millennial vibes. Atari is the disaster woman, she really is. Look at Rafina. God, it's still my headcanon that Kluke has an unhealthy coffee addiction. Cobblechen, food is unnecessary, I am living... You want... Oh my god, no. Mama was so girl boss, she doesn't even know when to food. Yeah. Yeah, okay, we have one more thing here. So, okay. Intersectionality needs to be addressed. Because all of these things play together. Okay, now I remove my professor's handwriting. And now we have all of the now we have all of the notes in glorious English. Intersectionality important. So, this is us. Now we have gone over and worked through the notes I've taken with my professor. I'm going to save this, whatever it is. X keeps gates. Popoy is the gatekeep. Popoy is the gatekeep in my opinion. Popoy is the gatekeep. So, help I can't read. Eng. Whew. Don't worry, Drankit, that will be specified. Yeah, most of the humans are pale as toast. That is true. That is a whole thing too. I honestly, I am personally not a fan of standard skin color.png that Puyo used constantly until very recently in Quest. Another functioning adult is sad. You're going to give the Amazon Alexa the title of the functioning adult. Yeah, the thing is, X has a darker skin tone simply so it doesn't clash with his color palette. That's the whole reason. X is not really portrayed as an antagonist. He's portrayed as a very depressed old man. Not old, but a very depressed man. The robot functions as directed, yeah. Seth might be spoiling us too much. He is. He absolutely is. Anyway, we got this thing now. I am putting this thing aside for now. And we're going to look at something else. S is truly an iPad baby, that is true. That is so true. Okay, so I'm going to bring up something else. And that's, the collection of sources that I have available so far. So basically what I always do is I just make a folder. As you can see, this folder has the wonderful title Puyo Puyo because nobody has stopped me yet. And it should be under the overlay. It's a beautiful folder, wonderful folder, greatest folder of all time. And it's full of stuff that I have collected as I have started to find sources for my paper to work with. Yeah, research is terrible. I hate it too. One enemy you cannot Puyo battle. Access depression. And Mrs. Ashley, I mean, I still believe that Puyo Tetris 1's antagonist is access depression. Oh, it absolutely is. You can see papers on capitalism, masculinity, and more. Yeah. So let's go through what I have collected so far. Just because look, when Elon took over, I wasn't sure what would happen. So just to be sure, I archived Kenji Oda, Uemitsu's, Utaku Yoshino, and Yonemitsu's tweets in spreadsheets. It's not all of them, but I think I got most of them. I wonder if my computer files will look like this eventually. They will. You knew you saw Kenji Oda on there, yeah. Then I got what is 006 JPEG? Oh, it's just an image of Al screaming at Ringo about how she doesn't like manners in Japanese. Okay, yeah, I got that. It's a source, you guys. It's a source. Then as I just downloaded Bourdieu, Invitations to Reflexive Sociology. We don't need to look at this right away. Wait, I'm showing you. Yeah, manners. Yeah, I'm reading it in Japanese. 僕はそんな風に窮屈なのが何より苦手なんだ. She says. Maybe I should just do a window. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a window capture. Hang on, I'm gonna remove actually I'm deleting the sources window. And I'm changing it to a window capture so I just don't constantly have to open a new capture. Not a window capture, but a screen capture. No, I don't want you to capture yourself. How dare you? There we go, this is better. And you, oh no, go behind the overlay, please. Go, get smaller. Go behind the chat. You're covering the chat. How dare you? I need to install Stream Elements. It would make this so much easier. Yes, I still have the Fever 2 background. You can see all of Nanny's cool files. That's great. That's nice. And Cove, it's okay, Nanny. I have a couple of VTuber memes for my thesis. That's great. So okay. So here we have the Al Ringo conversation in Puyo Tetris 1. It counts as a source. You have a Puyo 7 wallpaper. Oh, great. I just like having Amity point at me whenever I open my computer. It makes me happy. So, here we have a paper I labeled as Class Consciousness Through Education. And I'm fairly certain that it is in Japanese. Let's look. Oh, look, it is Japanese. And what? How many pages do you have? You look like you have more pages than you look that you have. What is happening? Oh, the window goes down to the other screen. Why does it do that? Stop. Yeah, I also want to finish my paper really badly. It is a mess. Okay, yeah, we have 4 pages here. It is in Japanese. Let me see if I can translate this. But yeah, I want some Japanese sources as well. But this is actually relevant because it talks about how children in Japan are being made aware of their own status in society through the educational system. Yeah. I can't like just translate this off the cuff. But yeah, it says the education regarding class consciousness that occurs in Japan has given birth to a field of studies called social consciousness studies, something like this. Discuss social consciousness theory. So yeah, I have 4 pages here about stating how important class consciousness how class consciousness is actually being fostered in Japanese society right now. What is the conclusion? Let me see if I can find a conclusion here. In this paper, oof, I'm trying to read for a moment. So no kekka. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, the paper demonstrates that the education in regards to class, that the education in Japan has had a great effect on how the children educated see their own standing within society, is what it says. It does demonstrate this. So yeah, this is important because if children actually are being educated, and here we have another one. This one is in English, thank goodness. I've actually taken like some I've already done some markups here for relevant stuff. It's about China and Japan, but it also takes out the important differences, so that is relevant. For instance, something we live in a society. So, this article seeks to clarify the relationship between the traditional values and political difference levels in Japan and China, and how a different political context moderates this relationship. First, citizens in 2 countries share their values of respect for authority, preference for harmony, and group orientation as common cultural tradition. And there's some we really do live in a society. There's some sources here that I will probably also have to look up at, because you're always supposed to quote the original source and not the guy who's quoting the quote. Grand Kid China and Japan stares at the mushroom guy. Who's the mushroom guy? I don't know who the mushroom guy is. Traditional values of Japan and China. Here we have Shintoism, Confucianism, Taoism, Buddhism. Despite the differences, these faiths commonly share a philosophy that emphasizes harmony, group orientation, respect for authority. That's the thing, respect for authority is very important. Oh, go goat! Oh no! Not go goat! Not Mario! Nakane uses the expression vertical society to describe the Japanese form of social institutions and interactions. A person's individual rights and interests are secondary to those of the group if there's conflict. Japanese and Chinese considered an orderly society, interpersonal harmony and more personal liberty, while American ranked personal freedom and rights of the individual as critically important. Now, here we have a thing. Would you call Puyo Puyo individualistic? Because all of the characters have, like, their own goals, their own ideals. No two characters have, like, the same way of defining what is correct, what is right, and what is wrong, I get the feeling. Which is interesting. Very interesting. No two, characters even... I feel like it's very rare that many characters even define the power relationships between themselves the same. Cove in the chat. I feel like even if the characters are really idiosyncratic, the themes of the games are about, like, coming together in spite of those differences. That is an interesting way of looking at it. Let me just, wait, no, that's my fanfic! Go away! No! You got spoiled! Why was that there? Why did this just now happen? Yeah, but the characters are, like, very odd. There is a theme of wanting to come together. My fanfic is not an important source. I cannot use my fanfic as a source. That was very weird just now. Cobblegen, I'm not sure if the current paradigm of individualism and collectivism can properly describe the Puyo-verse. That's fair. You and Ray seem to oh yeah, that's true. You and Ray have very different no, they are all individuals, but I'm not sure if they're individualistic. I'll be analyzing the scrap of fic. No, please don't. Princess Madden, yeah, honestly, the Cove summed up the only thing I could really phrase. Cove, I'm mostly thinking about Puyo Puyo Tetris 2, where they team up against squares, and maybe Puyo Puyo Tetris 1, where Ringo doesn't want T to become the new Keeper of Dimensions, and she wants to come up with a solution together. I agree. It seems like authority is not seen as the solution, mostly. Except when it's Echo and Satan making it a dimensional gateway, I guess. Cobblechan, to be fair, I've scathing criticism of how we traditionally depict individualism versus collectivism. Oh yeah, that's fair. It is a very insufficient system of categorizing these things. Oh god, I love this song. Why is this song so good? I'm sorry. I am having a music moment. Cove, Satan and Ecolo teaming up to Deus Ex Machina as a solution for Tat 1. It absolutely is, yeah. Catch me if you can. This song is good. Wait, I need to put the song back to the beginning so I can hear more of it. Puyo Puyo feels very independent rather than interdependent rather than individualistic or collectivistic. That is true. That is fair. I do just think that the way Puyo portrays how people come together and negotiate their conflicts is very in very stark contrast with what is traditionally seen as the Japanese way of doing things in a lot of ways, which could just be a sign of social progress. But also the series started in the late 80s, so progress is faster than you think in some regards, possibly. Oh, Maddie, it's okay if you need to head out. It's great we had you here at all. Mamono. So I finished up my chart of in what location everyone fought at and how often, and I can confirm Shazo loves that cave. He's fought the most often in the same location and fights home invaders. Shazo in his cave is amazing. You were some help, don't worry. You were great help, trust me. To be fair, the 80s Japan was very different from current day Japan. It absolutely was. Which is what is interesting to me, because in some ways, I don't feel like Puyo's views, like the Puyo games and the Madomonogatari games' views on authority have changed all that much. It feels like a lot has stayed the same, which is fascinating. Welcome home. Oh yeah, it's about Shazo. Of course, Japanese young people are more progressive than the older people. It's obvious. Artists tend towards progressivism. That is definitely something we need to keep in mind, given that Compile always had like this Act Against AIDS banner in their games, down to the point that in Nazo Puyo 2 they had an entire Act Against AIDS PSA that was accessible from the menu and could not be skipped once you had accessed it. So yeah. And also Compile generally was just a very nerdy company, so I also find it funny that Yonemitsu outright said that the only reason Al was a girl is because he wanted to play as a girl. No specific reason. There was no agenda behind it beyond girls nice, I want play girl. Hehe. Cobbleton, I'm not sure how the wider Japan reacted to AIDS. The US actively tried to avoid taking action because it was considered a punishment from God. Yeah, it was definitely different in Japan. Cove, I think Madomonogatari's almost irreverent approach to fantasy is really interesting, and it's carried over to Puyo's themes on authority and hierarchy. It absolutely has. That is... irreverent approach! Okay, I need to remember... Wait, actually, let me grab some notes. You know what? I hope I don't accidentally pull up my fanfic again. I need a new, give me a new doc, an empty doc. I put this over here. Madomonogatari's irreverent approach to fantasy carried over. Thank you, Cove, by the way. I hope you don't mind me quoting you. To Puyo takes on authority. There. Thank you, that is a very good way to put it. Wait, why am I looking at my mail? Why am I looking? It's a reflex. I don't need to look at my mail right now. Lowering this. So, let's see. Yeah, it is hard, and I want this to be good, but I'm so like, am I doing this right? Am I doing this wrong? Second the chat. Curious question. Would Crash Bandicoot or Sonic be individualistic or independent? Probably not, as both games have different approaches to how they portray the harmony of nature and technology where authorities get involved. They're also like both very Americanized properties, I'd say. Dragon Kid Puyo has kind of stayed in the 80s, hasn't it? Yes, but also not. But it is very nostalgic. Like, Puyo is a very nostalgic franchise. Like, even the current art style is trying to evoke nostalgia. Flower Poison, did you talk about how even Willow and Rafina can play Puyo Puyo despite the lack of magical power? That is very much a given. That is very much a given that will come up. Willow and Rafina generally throw a wrench into a lot of traditional power dynamics just by existing. I'll only say, I take care to dispose of the bodies of my enemies in the sea. That's all I'll say. Kabuchan, did they stay in the 80s or were they born in the future? That is a good question. So, let's see. Political difference, in the family, filial obedience is an important ethic. Yes, filial obedience, which doesn't work in filial obedience doesn't work in Puyo because we have barely any parents present. And even then it doesn't work because we have Lemurs who just went frick the shit him out and waltzed out the door. Children are encouraged to obey their parents, except in Puyo Puyo, where they're encouraged to emancipate themselves and run away from home. Fina and Rulu are a very important point. Mono, Satan, what? Yep, they are definitely disabled coded, and Rafina and Rulu definitely disabled coded in a way. And Rafina's pouch is pretty much a prosthetic. While Rulu just brute forced her way into society. I would totally have nothing against tackling like a disabilities angle too, but the thing is, like, I have guys, I have 100 pages maximum, like absolute maximum. So I will have to limit myself in some regards. But yeah, Sig is extremely autistic coded, like holy frick, especially when you read the novels or listen to the drama CDs, like holy hell. We haven't seen anything of Lembrus's parents, no, but all we know is Lembrus does not come home for Thanksgiving, I guess. Why do you have to cap your fun? Because my professor wants a life. Some dude handed in a paper that was like 500 pages and they had to deduct points for it. Your thesis is capped as at 50? 50 for us is 50 is like a seminar paper here. Yes, the guy wrote 500 pages and my professor was like, please nobody do this, it was a great paper, but we had to deduct points for this. Because he was told over and over again, don't do this. The thing is, they can't allow everyone to... The thing is, you're supposed to write, like, something that big for your doctor's thesis, not for your master's thesis. They can't let people hand in the doctor's thesis for the master. Ah, I see what you mean. Undergraduate, yeah. I mean, I am doing this for my master's. So, well, we use different terminology generally. I'm calling, for us, this is called a Masterarbeit, which is like, literally translates to masterwork. But not as in masterpiece, but it's like the work that with which you prove that you are a master. You'll be in my position one day, oh dear. People with a higher level of political difference tend to believe that ordinary people have no say in politics. What do we have here? Here we have a diagram. In the political sphere, pursuit of political harmony, political difference. Oh. Yeah, there we have like 3 dimensions: cognitive, evaluative, and affective. In the cognitive dimension, people believe that they should comply with authority. In the evaluative, they evaluate authority. In the affective, they have affection for authority. So we have the whole thing here with how people see authority, which I guess can help in seeing how people oh yeah, the socialization theory, which means that people are socialized to think this way. They're seen acknowledged as correct and socially desirable value systems. Yeah, I'm gonna mark this too. Oh, I still have the markup on. Good. Oof. Yeah, this paper is gonna be very important for me. One thing I'll definitely have to do is that after I went through the secondary literature, I have to live stream the most important of the games again with you guys and take notes. We have to do this, guys. See ya, Dragon Kid! You're a baby scholar. Oh, that's cute. Baby scholars are wonderful. My default assumption when talking about anything mental or emotional is to assume that it isn't innate until a direct biological cause can be identified. That is fair. I think nature and nurture is always, I think both plays a part. Okay, yeah, so this paper is gonna be very important. Oh yeah, we even have some graphs here. That is nice. It's always nice to have some graphs to use as a source that it is a thing that is happening in society. So I can talk about how it is or is not reflected in the medium. Ah, thank you, graphs. Okay, I need to... Thank you, graphs. Mwah, I love you. Goodbye, graphs. Can you link the paper somewhere in the Discord? This one? Later, I guess I can give you my folder. I can give you my folder. What? Oh god. Visual representation, good. I will share, so what else do we have? Oh yeah, the old expose from... The old expose before I had... That doesn't count anymore because I didn't have, like, any direction then when I wrote that one. Okay, now we have some more things. Oh yeah! We have... This is more Puyo! Color, number, and board size in Puyo. See, the thing is, there are papers on Puyo in Japan, but they are all, about the gameplay. They are all mathematics papers, you know, and how Puyo can be put into mathematical principles. Look at this. Look at this. Cove. I use a file resource assistant called Zotero, and I think you should be able to, like, upload your sources and share them with people through that. Yeah, I'll use Satavi probably or something. Stuff like this makes you wish you knew Japanese. This paper is about, like, how the number of colors influences how stable your chains are. Like this is, for example, look at this, only 2 colors. How are you gonna chain with only 2 colors? But yeah, this is not what I'm about. And that, the number of columns. It is fascinating. There has been a lot of mathematical analysis on Puyo done so far, which obviously isn't what my paper is about, but I can use it as a source at least for why the skill factor is so high and how the skill dynamics between the players develop. Imagine trading with 1 color, have fun! You can have nuisance Puyo on the board, that is true. I need to read through this book. Then we have another thing. Oh yeah, oh, this doesn't belong in here. This one belongs in a different folder. Why is it in here? This is a paper about Soshokudanji that we were looking at in one of our classes. Then again, I I mean, Maguro is a Soshokudanji, so I guess I can use it as a source for him, but for his relationship, like as a source, but why his relationship with Ringo is even. Like why his relationship this can be used as a source for why there is no power imbalance between Ringo and Maguro, because it follows this Shokudanji phenomenon, which has like evened out the power relationships. These two have an even power relationship because of this. So I guess it is a source in a way. Jenny, I saw a video once that showcased one-colored gameplay. Of course it was all one-chain clears. So, what else do we have? Okay, discourse power subject in German. Hello, German paper, what do you tell me? Oh, it's not even the paper, it's just the table of contents of the book that has several papers. Let's see what they have. Theory and empirical science of the subjectifications of discourse analyzes. The narrative discourse. Index. Okay, this is going to be relevant because I also have to do a discourse analysis on power balance, because I also am taking another course and I need to write a shorter paper on the power dynamics theme alone. So this is kind of like being taken out into its own little corner. Yeah, it's for the last couple of credits that I need. This course analysis is something I still need to do. Oh god, it's another good song. What are you, song? Tell me your name. Liberator. Ah! That reminds me that I pulled Even Stranger Klug in Quest the other day. And they're on my team now, permanently. Not letting them go. I love the voice clips, they're so good. You sure the prose was much... Oh, seeing paper... Translation random in Indian academic paper sounding in... Even Stranger Klug? Oh, it's an alt in... It's an alt that Possessed Klug has in Quest, where they wear a different outfit that is purple. And it's kind of a scary alt, where they have like this key in the store, and Klug, the little Klug soul is just very scared. It's very cool. I love that alt. It's a super cool alt. It's a whole vibe, you know. It goes well with the song. Liberatium. I'm pretty sure that the final chain call on that alt is Finsternis, which is German for darkness. Anyway, I got sidetracked by stupid good-looking Possessed Klug. Actually, let's start the song over so we have more of it. So yeah, this is going to be important. The discourse about from King Aya. Yeah, pretty much. Or from Queen, depending on what your headcanons on the demon's gender are. See ya, Cove! So what else do we have? Oh yeah, information science and Puyo. Go for the chat prom queen Aya propaganda. Willow's newest old is a prom queen. She really is. Okay, here we have another paper on Puyo mechanics. Look at how look at this beautiful sandwich. The demon's gender is unknowable, yes. Oh, there's a statistic. There's statistics. Are those? Statistics on how many chains the esports players manage? Can you give a summary of the paper? Okay. I will. Okay, let me go up. It's just okay. What? Let me try to translate what they're saying. Okay. Do they have? Oh, there has to. I'm not surprised with a bell curve. Me neither. Okay. Okay, the paper is talking about mating problem generation of Puyo for training, which has to do with the idea of like, in the way that you can create a chess computer, you can also do a Puyo computer. But the thing is, like, Chogi and chess are kind of like considered like solved games in a way, though there's some dispute about this because there's no randomness in those games. The only randomness factor is the player, but usually there's an objectively best move that you can find. So usually a computer with time will reach a certain path that it goes, and with Puyo you can't do that because there is always the randomness of the chain color seed to be taken into account. And that's pretty much what the paper is about. It's talking about here you can see it even has like the next Puyo window up there. Oh yeah, and here it uses Naso Puyo and says how Naso Puyo can be used to train players for real Puyo situations. And here we have make a 2 chain, and this is the what you have in the beginning. So you saw one unofficial AI playing. That's interesting. So Naso Puyo can be used as a good training simulation. Oh, there we have some colored. Can we solve these? Oh gosh. Oh yeah, I no. The green's are in the way. The green's are in the way? How do you clear this one? Anyway, this paper is very much talking. Yeah, bell curves everywhere. And how randomness affects the whole thing. So yeah, we have more People have written about Puyo. I'm just the only one who's like, no, we need literature studies on the case. It was called a Stack Rabbit. Ah. So here we have a paper called The Authority of Sages in the Middle Ages. What is this about? Although the medieval period was not part of Michael Foucault's seminal study on the order of things, there are good reasons to believe that the learned cultures of the Middle Ages were to a certain degree based on specific epistemic orders, general organizing principles which were unconsciously presupposed in the concepts of reality. Nevertheless, the extent to which these concepts are in fact committed to the assumption of the metaphysical determined measuring of reality is not altogether clear. This article aims to discuss this question in general based on recent views of the role of the subject in the epistemic order. So basically it's about if there is an order behind authority that can be reconstructed, which is also probably a good source to have. I have way too many sources already, I think. Then we have power and authority. Do you have any of those papers on fever rule mechanics? I haven't run into any fever rule mechanic papers yet. Most of them used Tsu. Most of them just used Tsu. Have people written about the character's world lore in general and right? No, they haven't. It's interesting. But game studies are generally a very young field. Here we have some definitions of power and authority and how they connect together. This is important for me to, for my definitions. So I will have to use this for my definitions. Then here we have power and ruling. Oh hey, it's so this is a textbook for social studies, so that's gonna be very interesting, and it's the entire damn book, so I have an entire damn book in here. And I can just look at which chapters are relevant for me. Power and the politician and the political philosophy of the current age. Yeah, there's a lot of sources. Oh, there we have Foucault. There's a lot of Foucault. I will not escape Foucault. There's a feminist perspective that's relevant for the gender aspect. Do you how many pages of reading do you think you'll end up doing by the end of the project? Too many. That is always, you never should put a number on this stuff, because you always lowball it. You will always lowball it. So I'll just say too many. So, oh, wait, didn't we just have an Puyo paper? Is there another? Is this the same one or is this a different one? It's a different Puyo paper! How many Puyo paper are there? Oh my god! We're drowning in Puyo here, guys. I love that they're using figures instead of colors for the Puyo. It even shows how the Puyo spin. So you can, like, see how the rotation works. I mean, obviously there is some gender stuff, but it's notably downplayed in Puyo. There is some of it, but it's surprisingly downplayed. No, the dialogue is there, don't worry. You don't need to worry that was added in, that was just there. Yeah, Satan also says that he doesn't care about it. So Satan is like, you know, there's all these societal gender expectations. I will list them here. You might care about them, but I don't care. It's interesting. We need circle, triangle, square, secret, star, secret, fifth thing as Puyo skin. We do. We should call it the science Puyo skin. And nobody would know that why it's called the science Puyo skin, except for me. A creation of the model. Puyo problem. Human giving it out. Human player. Answer. Play data. Machine learning. Oh my god, they're teaching the machines to play Puyo. Then them, oh god. Then they're letting the learning model generate new NASA Puyo problems. And then the human player will solve the problems and the play data will be fed back to the AI. Which will create a feedback loop. And we're creating a machine that endlessly generates NASA Puyo problems. Jenny, as someone who will eventually have to teach an AI to play Puyo for my fan game, interesting. I wish I could have an infinite supply of Tetris puzzles to play. Satan, I'll play the princess, not beat the dungeon. No, beat the dungeon, who's also me. No, beat the dragon, who's also me, but a separate character in this book. What was this book's actual story again? I love it. Honestly, if we're gonna use AI machine learning for something, this is probably a good way to go. This is a better use for it than art. Why is there so many papers on machine learning? But not machine learning, but on Puyo. And also teaching machine. I don't know about also Puyo. Oh my god, that they have like the. Oh god, that's the variables that they're using. The variables. AI generated NASA Puyo puzzles. It seems like that is literally what they were doing here. Proposal of diverse and entertaining NASA Puyo puzzle generation methods for improving chain skill. All of these papers are about making a machine that can teach you how to play Puyo at a professional level. I love it. Puzzle game with incomplete information. Oh yeah, this is about Puyo as a puzzle game with incomplete information. Because again, there's a randomness in there. You don't know what the next pieces you'll get will be after the two that you see. And if the AI decides to not, if the computer decides to not give you any blue, screw you. God, there's so much, these people have done so much research on how Information Processing Society of Japan 2021, it's not even that old. You need to practice Puyo Puyo Tetris badly and you're tired of being a squishy insect. If doing it for Puyo is so hard, why don't we have this for Tetris? Good question. Okay, number of nuisance Puyo, 8, 24, 16. Before they fall, 2 rows, 3 rows, 3 rows, 2 rows, 3 rows. After they fall, 2. Oh, I see. This is about how nuisance Puyo fall, depending on how many of them are stacked up. God, these are good. Oh hey, the AI. The AI is on GitHub. If anybody wants to look at it, there it is. At least in 2020 it was there. Puyo AI for Puyo. If anybody wants to download it, it's on GitHub. Actually, let me look it up myself if it's still there. I should link that in the Discord. I probably should. Let me see, I can't copy. Okay, then let's do it like this. HTTP. Let's see if it's still there. It is still there. It works on an Arduino. It works. Oh, it's compatible with Windows, Ubuntu, and Mac OS. It has hardware specs. Oh, it's there. It works. It's in Python. A framework for writing Puyo 2 AIs. It's in Japanese, but it's there. Let me, I'm putting it here for now, and then let me put it in the Discord as well. There. I need to be more careful. Jenny, oh, the Discord, I'm not there, and honestly, I don't think I have the energy to be effective there. It's fair, active there, don't worry. You got lost in the past 30 minutes, it's okay. I just found somebody's Puyo AI, which has been the subject of many research papers. You are terrified to keep playing. Look, no, it's fine, and that the Minecraft virus is only a problem if you use source for I don't know what that one specific website. Anyway, good, that paper. Whew. Randomization in Puyo. There's more. It's another Japanese paper. We have so many of these. You do use CurseForge. Well, that is awful. I'm sorry, you should wait until that's over then, before you open it again. So, what is this about? Rakakata Ochimono Pasuru Game no yeah, this is also like... Oh my god, look at this! This is a 50 pages paper! On randomization in Puyo. And how it affects the game. God, look at all the there's different games that... there's different games, I see. That have similar rules, but I guess it compares them to Puyo. Oh look, it's Panel upon! It's Puzzle Bubble! It's Columns! It's Dr. Mario! It's Yoshi's Cookie! I own all of these! Okay, here you see what it looks... Okay, this is how it looks in Tetris, and this is how it looks in Puyo. The difference is night and day. Oh my god, it even... it calls this shape waiting for the eye. Because you are waiting for the eye. Okay. Stairs! Sandwich! It's using the terminology the person who wrote this knows! They know! Stairs! Sandwich! This is science, my friends! And there's a mathematic formula for it. Problems occurring due to the number of colors. The goals of the current research. Stairs hype indeed. God, this is the longest of these papers. I feel like this is like the culmination of the other papers. Here you have like how the score exponentially changes. Oh god, it's the mathematical calculation of a train. Empty square, circle, triangle, circle, circle. S. Oh gosh, it's calculating the board. It's calculating the board with a, oh dear, minus echelon. Somebody found out how to calculate the board. You have no idea what this array is for. The board, it's the board. It is the board. Gosh. See how hard people, how serious people are taking Puyo in Japan? Oh look! Kabuchan, what? I can't explain it well either, I'm not a math person. But basically this person wrote... everything is math, Puyo is math now. You're going cross-eyed, me too! Here we have, okay, again, the rotation, for the gravity, chaining. You wonder where I found this stuff? Google Scholar. Google Scholar is good. How to, okay, an algorithm to maximize the potential of one's chaining ability. They made an algorithm to Puyo better. The algorithm. It's an algorithm. I can't wait 25 years for you to get a degree. I will never get a degree in mathematics. Problems with the algorithm to maximize chaining potential. There are problems with it. Oh look, it's a stairs transition. It's a stairs transition. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ringo wrote this. Yeah, I was thinking that too. Ringo wrote this paper. There's no other way. This was absolutely written by Ringo. Zach, how would Zach react to wearing a dress or any kind of traditional feminine outfit if he's MB vibes? He probably wouldn't mind. I don't think he would mind. His question would be, is there are bugs involved? You think you can follow this? I can't. That makes you better than me. But yeah, I love looking at this. I don't know how much of this will be useful for me, but it's interesting to me to see how deep this rabbit hole of Puyo mathematics goes, you know? Don't they have sources? Okay, next on. I think that's it with the... Was this with the Puyo math? I think we're done with the Puyo math, everyone. Okay, this was a feedback I got. Oh, this is the societal value of esports and Puyo Puyo. This is a Japanese paper too, but it's basically just a paper talking about why esports has a societal value, and specifically with Puyo Puyo in mind. Which is important for me because I am talking about the sports aspect of it as well, because that's what plays into the power dynamics. Ringo will definitely end up becoming a scientist, yeah. Stellungsnahme. Okay, that is from this is from a class. The construction of authority to Japanese people. Another one of these. I have sources. I have my sources. It's also Japanese. And I have Japanese sources. I think I can do this. I think I can. The power of authority challenging educational theory. Yeah, I have sources. I think I can do this. I think I can. Wait, thinking, oh no! It's another Puyo! Oh no! It's more Puyo math! I forgot we had more Puyo math! Thinking ahead in Puyo. In endless Puyo is what it says. It's a paper about the value of planning ahead in endless Puyo. And the mathematics behind it, as you can see. It never ends. There's so much Puyo math. I wonder if they learned this in Print Magic School. Because if so, I'm not surprised that Amity gets a lot of Fs. Ah. I do not need that many, but it is good to see that it is there, you know, and it's good to have it for myself in case I do need it. Biostam, funny how this esports thing suddenly connects with some things I wrote down myself. It does, yeah. Why do I have a Tumblr site here? Oh! Oh, it's just a chain. Oh yeah, I was gonna use this in my presentation. Look at the chain! Look at the funny chain! Cobbleton, and people call me a masochist. Mama, this is what Puyo College is like. This is an old structure of the paper that I'm not gonna be using. I'm just keeping this for posterity. Values of deference to authority. Oh yeah, we just looked at that. We just looked at that. What is authority? This is also a bigger thing, and this is like more of an economically oriented one. It helps because, as you see, volatility, uncertainty, complexity, ambiguity. There's a lot of stuff. Despite my foolishness, I have not learned how to tattoo with my feet. If I try, I will get... Why would you do that? Chani, you missed a lot of Puyo math. Anyway, these are my sources so far. I think I have a lot to work with. I mean, aside from the game sources, which are more sources yet, still. I think I have a lot to work with. I need my Coke. Okay. So, next step. First of all, I need to put on the screen that you guys cannot see. I'm pulling up Moodle because I'm terrible at dates. And the next step is to work on the presentations. I have like taken inventory of what I have so far now. So here we have the colloquium. And here we have the seminar. Kabeljan, that is awesome to hear. So, and I know, okay. Okay, so I have to present my thing next week, and I'm going to, yeah. I'm not gonna show you I am not going to show you my Moodle, but now I need a title, a working title, I need a nice working title for my paper. So, I often include colons in my titles. I do too. So, what is snappy? I need a snappy, nice title. I want some. The thing is, like, my paper on Splatoon was called "Protect Your Turf." It was great. I want something that actually connects to game, so people will catch people's attention. The thing is, the one quote I always come back to is a quote of Al's from the drama CD #1, where she says, "Look, Satan may be an idiot, but he's also incredibly powerful." The chains of authority? I don't know if that actually fits the contents, though. No, I'm not calling it thinking ahead in Puyo Puyo! Pop the Ghost Society's power dynamics! Oh! Okay, this one only works in German, but I think it works. It is still going, yes. Ah, no, I'm still okay. No, we have, look, in German we have the word verkettet, which means chained up or tangled up, or like connected. Maybe I can use that. Why does it? I'm saying it because the word is verkettet. Okay. I'm calling it. I know. Okay, I'm grabbing my thing again. Where's the other thing? God, I have way too many windows open by now. But who the hell cares? This is my life now. So, Taitoru. Actually, let me just look up if I'm not using the word stupidly. I don't want to be an idiot. I'm not sure if this is good, actually. No, it doesn't sound good. Let me try again. Taitoru is important too. Okay. I'm trying to come up with a name for the paper, yes, because my paper still doesn't have a name and I wanted to have a name. I've never taken this long to come up with a name for a paper. I'm feeling inadequate. I want it to be snappy and nice. Because it's about construct. Okay, but first, the subtitle first. Okay, actually, Okay, I have the subtitle. This works. It's deconstruction of traditional power dynamics in the setting of the Puyo and Monogatari games. Okay, the subtitle works. I need something snappy for the main title. You can understand most of that. That is great. Puyo paper. I can't think of anything since Mamono. The malleability of power. That doesn't. It's not. I mean, it's nice, but I. GTR, the chain of command. Okay. If I could name my paper GTR, I would forever. Oh, that would forever be the greatest thing ever. Oh, okay, the playlist went out again. I'm getting the playlist up again because we cannot do this without music. We require music. It is imperative. Come on. No, I don't want you to play the same one again. What am I doing wrong? Oh yeah, let's go with Stream Palette 2. I should just put all of the Stream Palette in the same folder. Where's Stream Palette 3? What happened to Stream Palette 3? Where did I put it? Did I just misplace Stream Palette 3? Let me check where Stream Palette 3 is. There it is. I need it in my... Wait, it is there! Then why wasn't it with the other ones? Why was it is this mis-sorted? Or whatever. Sorry, that was a complete tangent. Power chains! Okay, no, Maddie, you got it. Maddie, you win. Maddie wins. Maddie wins. The title is now Power Chains. There's no, this is perfect. The title. Mwah, we have a working title. Ah! Maddie, you're awful. Awesome. You're awfully amazing, is what I tried to say. Ah! Give her a big applause, a big hand to her, please. We did it. Anyway, yeah, and also I need to fix this. Music. There we go, fixed it. You contributed! You very much... Power chains! Power chains! It is perfect! I'm crying! It's beautiful! Jenny, also when Nanny yelled power chains, I got absolutely jump scared. You did. Okay, actually I need to put a D here. There we go! We have a title! What? We have a title? We have a title! It has a title! I'm crying. I'm crying, we have a title, thank you so much. Okay, back to my Moodle. We have a title, ladies and gentlemen, we do. So... Cobblejam, for some reason social bond theory is my theory when I need to explain people acting crazy. Okay, Okay, I need to write this out there now. What is this? What do we call the thing? Wait, Okay, I have the title now. Now I just need to write this down. Okay, actually I can just copy paste this in. There's absolutely no problem with copy pasting this in. But the title is good. I like the title. I'm so proud and happy. Jenny, my place to help is definitely another type of stream, but I can't provide emotional support. That makes me thank you so much. Okay, okay. Actually, I need to write Madomonogatari differently here because we don't use that O. We need to use a different O. Wait. O, Macron. I need to use the O with the Macron. Else, it's law at my university, sadly. So I have to. Mado, the long Mado O needs to be the O with the Macron. There we go. Nice! Now I can save this. Oh, Mamono! It's okay, you've helped a lot, thank you so much! You've helped so much, thank you. You're always awesome. Trust me, you guys, you're a big help. Okay, so here's... Ah! I got it now! Look at me! Look at my beautiful title! Ah! Yeah, and this is when it's scheduled for 14th. God, it's in less than a week. Well, I can put together a PowerPoint until then. No, we're still here. We're still here. I'm still going. I will definitely end the stream on some Puyo Puyo. Anyway, let's see what I need for the other. So for the other one. The other one is on the 15th, so just one day after. Great. You misheard. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, but I don't need to add anything here or upload anything, so that's good. Which means I have until Wednesday to make 2 PowerPoints. I can do this. I have all of tomorrow. I have a lot of time. It sounds like no, not like a pain, like a plan. I can do this. It's a plan, not a pain. A plan. But yeah, I have 2 presentations tomorrow, not tomorrow, next week. And right the day after the presentations is Sid's birthday! Hooray! Okay. Guys, we worked so hard. We did so much. Who wants to watch me play some Puyo as we end the stream? Writing papers does feel good to an extent, I agree. Princess Madeline, happy birthday, sick. You walking deviant to authority. You. I can't. I'm not going. I don't have Puyo Ted on the computer, so that's not happening. Tomorrow is your birthday. Happy birthday, BioAnstorm. Happy birthday. Yeah, I'm not going to play versus somebody here. I think I'm just gonna play the Staircase to Heaven in Fever 2. But I need a controller first. Where did I put the controller? I don't want to be super competitive right now. I just want to do the Endless Staircase. So yeah, let's play some Puyos. Fever 2 has Led Zeppelin, kind of has. Let me move this out of the way. Actually, I can just close it. And actually, I'm gonna hang on for a moment. Hang on for a moment. Oh, it's a lot of bees. Sorry, I'm looking at my YouTube. So, let me just put my desktop away. There we go, this is better. And in the meantime, I'm putting on the emulator. No, not that one. Jenny in the chat, red and blue Puyo cherries, best battle item by the way, followed by the Lantern of the Stars. Lantern of the Stars is really good, but I tend to overuse the memory. I tend to overuse the Chew memory. I don't know, I just really like what its effect. Sorry, we've been doing serious stuff for so long now that my focus is really thin, but I can do this. I could also just get Puyo versus up now. PS2. There we go. I'm pretty sure I have the right program in. Yeah, there we go. There we go. There it is. Oh, it's correct. Oh, it's just not in front. Okay. Let's put it in front of... There we go. There, we have Puyo music now. Ah, why won't... Ah, no, it works, okay. When is 6th birthday? The 16th of this month. YouTube thinks I'm playing Sword and Shield? The game is cried. Okay, I'll fix that. Okay, this should help. So... Did it just crash? Oh, I know why I did that. Ah, Steam! Dice team. There, let's try it again. Okay, now it works. Bachigo indeed. Oh! Sig was born the day before I was. This is so nice. Okay, I'm taking the one with the longest playtime. Let's see how high we can make it up. Cobbleton, my birthday is sandwiched between 6 and the creator of Gravity Falls. Oh dear! So we're going to the tower! Wait, actually, let me check my inventory first. Can I look? Oh yeah, start. So... Okay, I need to buy some continue coins. You're going to learn more Japanese after the stream ends. Godspeed. So, time for continue coins. If you call continue coins cheating, that is lies and slander, they are very important. Cobblechan, can you show me the economy? Well, I was just indulging in it. And also, in the... also, wait, maybe I can show you... This is the card. This is the card. It says my balance right under the name, which by the way is Ringo, because I like breaking the timeline. So, let's do this. Yeah, it says Staircase to Heaven. I'm playing as Sig because I hate myself. Go so Patrick. I used the star lantern. No, I'm not gonna use the star lantern. I don't wanna be the prince. Maybe I should use the sun bookmark? Do I even have that? Yeah, I have it. No, I'm using this. Yeah, let's use the moonstone actually. Sig is a good boy. There we go. One. There. I commit murder. And an all clear. So what does the stone do? Make your attacks more powerful for a bit. I need to end the bird. Please end the bird. I love all clears. They're beautiful. They're wonderful. Why does he get fever? Oh, whatever. If you send Sig into fever, you shall regret your choices. In life and anywhere. Ah. Fuck. And bird. And bird! And bird! Thanks, and bird. Overgrown bucket of chicken indeed. I might have gone better at GTR, and yeah, I have trained. Cowboyjan, if Sega ever decided to go bankrupt, trying to build a theme park of Brimtown would be a stellar way to go out! I absolutely agree. Well, since it worked so well, why not again? Rip frog. I am sorry, Jenny. I had to throw it away because it wasn't working. It wasn't working. Anyway, I am on 3 now. There comes Doggo! And since we're on a good streak, we'll keep using the stone. Okay, then like this. And dog. Well, that was interesting. No! Ah, that was stupid. The colors really hate me. The colors really do hate me. I need a green, but only once he pops. There we go. There we go. Oh fuck. Well, I am still alive. Somewhat. Fuck. Oh, fuck! Dog! Well, I have continue points, so let's go. Dog! If you keep doing this, I'll change to Felly. His noises are very great. Let's do it like this. Oh, I thought there was another. Okay, never mind. Baldamas is a good boy, but he is not good to me. Ugh, I can't pop anything here. Okay. Let's do it like this. Dog! Dog! Dog is indeed dog. He's a drop set thief and vandalizer. Oh, whose drop set did he steal? I don't even know whose drop set. He's guilty of plagiarizing. Carbuncle! Oh! Well, that explains why he's so awful to play against! I think this might take it if he doesn't make his way out of this somehow. Fuck, no! Why is the dog like this? Okay, I need to kill this dog. Take him out behind the shed like old Liala. Let's try using this instead. You lost to a Heartless? He does kind of look like a Heartless from Kingdom Hearts, doesn't he? But no, he's just dog. A demon dog. Oh, come give me a red. There we go. Chew Puyo indeed. Maybe that will end my dog problems. I can hope. Ha! 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 It's over, dog! It's over! Ah. Dog! Dog is Innova. Hund er Keule. Seeing pink icons is so weird. Fair. So, let's take these two down. Zack in the chat. Genuine question, what would Baldandas eat since he's a hellhound? I think regular dog food will probably do. There's nothing saying that hellhounds can't eat that. Like, literally nothing. Plus regular— oh no! I reversed the chain! Oh well. There we go. Fever. It's less what he would eat and more what doesn't he eat. So, yeah, that's what I agree with. Or does he need to? I don't know, I think he might need to. I mean, he's still a living being. By the way, Child Frankenstein. Same voice actor, same voice actress as Klug and Al. They were really trying to not use too many voice actors back then. Ah! Okay. Mia Sonozaki indeed, yes. Do I still have a continue kind left, or have I ended now? I can still keep going, okay. Dogs are scavengers, oh dear. He eat acorn frog, he probably would. Okay, let's use this again. Yeah, let's do it like this. So... Here we go. Yeah, the voice actors are really good. Oh no! They entered fever. I hate it. Yeah, the AIs are way too good at just suddenly pulling a fever out. Were they trained on NASA, Puyo, I wonder? Do something, do something. I hate it. Oh no! alive! Still alive! Okay, do I still have fever coins? Fever coins? The continue coins? Yes, I do. Why do all the green people have the frog drop set? Anyway, let's try. I need something else. What else do we have? We have 4 more continue 2 coins and then just emptiness. Oh dear. This makes enemy attacks weaker. Maybe that helps. Oops. Well, that's gonna be a broken chain, but who cares? Wait, okay, that works? Satan doesn't frog stack, guys, that's fair. Actually, let's use the chew. After the stream is over, I'm getting myself a grilled cheese. I'm in a grilled cheese mood. You know, the voice actor for this guy is actually really chill. He does a lot of work on Quest. I'm pretty sure he plays Puyo very regularly too. Remember that weird phase the internet had, where they insisted that you couldn't call Japanese voice actors and had to call them seiyuu, as if that meant anything other than voice actor, which, just for your information, it doesn't. It literally just means voice actor, right down to the kanji. As if it was some magical... Yeah, I remember too. As if it was some magical chant. It's because you're old like me, yes, that's true. We're old. Yeah, it was a weird time. People were convinced that the Japanese language was somehow magical. And I love the Japanese language. It has a magic. But it has a magic that it has because it is a language, not because it is Japanese. When was this? 15 years ago, maybe? Look, I'm old. Onion Pixie time. Yeah, early 10. You were like 2. Ah. Weeaboos are indeed weird. Oh no! The purples! They are here now! 5-color Puyo should be outlawed by the Geneva Convention. I'm just saying it as it is. This is a war crime. And the drop speed is up too! All the things I love to see in my Puyo. It's all so fun. Maddie, Nanny, if you lose to the Onion, I will very disapprovingly frown at you. Why? This is the endless staircase. Everyone is overpowered. It's okay, no worries. No! No! How? Ah! Onion Pixie has committed several war crimes on par with Pop Boy. Jenny, who even likes 5 colors who isn't Yoshi 100 hours? It's a good question. I can't answer. The Onion is playing real fast, yep. Wait, it can't rotate? I didn't know that the Onion was the non-rotator in this game. Good to know that I lost to the non-rotator! Ah! There we go. How does it do that? Fuck, 5 color Puyo indeed. Oh god, I finally got some damage in on the stupid Onion! Why is it in fever? Why is the stupid Onion in fever again? Okay, please die. Please die! Thanks, kindly perish. I I know that I had the onion offset for fever. It's just not that easy to time it. Anyway, got past them. Oh, but did I just do? This is not how anything works. Oh, whatever.
Hey.
That works. It's very weird, but it works. No, no. Ah, okay, okay, yeah. I broke the chain, but whatever. Whatever. There we go. Yeah, of course they fevered. The song is great. I love the song very much, but I do not like being fevered to hell. To Puyo Hell even. No! No! Why did... No! And it just drops everything on me. Ah! The game is exerting power over me right now, in this very moment. Fuck! Do I still have any left? Yeah, I have still do have. Whew. The thing about AA opponents is they have to cheat because humans have no skill cap. That is no excuse. fuck. There we go. There, I think I got them. Yeah, they're out. Down! Down! Stay down! And stay down! Ah! We're literally cheating every single floor, yep. Let's continue. Wah! Fish! No, I'm not turning into Tata for this, I'm not insane. Exorcism complete indeed. At least it is the cute fish, and not the other fish, whose name I shall not mention. Okay, I know a lot of people like Skatodora. I'm not a fan of him. I accept that people like him. I understand. He has fans. Okay, well, this works, I guess. Somewhat. There! Fever! Give me a purple, give me a purple, give me a purple, give me a purple. There we go. I got him! I got him! Down! Every character has their own place in the narrative. That's fair. There! Akuma! Akuma time! When I used to tune on Moida. X-Corp, besides Chopun, fuck that guy, fair. Ah! No! So close. Ah! No! Ah! I'm not sure if I'm okay. We'll see in a moment. I still have a continue. This bear is indeed to be feared. No, he's not Monokuma. Don't be so mean. Monokuma is awful. I hate Monokuma. Honestly, I never found Monokuma funny. I just find him depressing. And, like, he's not even a character. He's, another character's, speech vessel. He's just gross. I don't like him. No! also talking about Danganronpa quote-unquote mascots, I refuse to call Usami Monomi, because in my opinion that's just an insult to her. And I do not approve of that. She's a good girl who deserves better, and I'm like... Akuma is superior. Yeah, goodbye. I don't know what this means, but I'm doing it. This is my score. These are my choices. Good games, as you say. I've done better before. Pretty sure I've done better. Yeah, let's save. Yeah, I think this is where I called it a day. It was fun. But I died. And that makes me sad. But hey. GG, as you say. And Dusteran dies, indeed. Anyway, thank you all. That was fun. I'm calling it a night here. Thank you all for hanging out with me and helping me sort my research a little bit. Let's see when it's the next time that I call in the cavalry. Thank you all. Nighty night. Bye.